Right. Brocades will be our main focus of Qigong exercise this morning. Really love brocades because it's kind of focused on the yang, on the energy that we use to kind of get through the day. So it's a great one to start the day out with. And also is nice and holistic. Go through the whole body in these 8 gems of the brocades. Let's warm up first though. Just a nice either soft fist or an open palm. Just giving yourself some patting, some physical interaction, start to break up tension. Get the joints to release the stagnation that accumulates there, get the meridians, start to get back into their freeway mode. Let's chi moving again. Other side here. I like the cupped hand because you get some good impact, but it's a little softer on the body. Soft fist across the top. Fingertips down the sternum. Circling the navel. Quads. Cupped hands are good for the kneecaps. Side body. A little extra time at the hips. And outside of the knees. All the way down. Where we can really still get the cup on the back. It's not quite as high on the back. Sacrum, hamstrings, abs. Wider than shoulder width stance. Start to pivot the spine. As you pivot, let your arms swing, rotate. Hinge at the elbows up to the chest and below the low ribs. Elbows hinge, and that brings up high, higher on the back. So I want to sigh off. And feel the spin, or the twist rather, all through my organs, but also through the meridians that go from my torso down into my legs, my feet, my ankles, be part of this whole thing. Breaths. Connecting the lungs and the kidneys. Let's get a deeper breath. Start to pull up our reserves, engage them for the day. And just gently going back to that neutral position, letting the arms dangle. Let's go ahead and pull down the heavens right from where we are, just gathering the chi that's around, using our hands to lift. Inhale, gathering it over the head. Exhaling, we just rain that cloud down over the body, through the body. Washing any tension, stagnation out. 2 more. Feeling that ripple, that wave, top of your head all the way down. Helps you scan in your body what's working well, what's not. Things that aren't working well, they're uncomfortable. Stagnation. Good. Let's go ahead and build our Wuji posture. So that means the feet are directly underneath the hips. You're directly under the shoulders. The head is reaching up towards the heavens from the very tip top, which is just up from the top of the ears. Just reaching up opens up the armpits. Kick the elbows out to have chi flow all the way down to the fingertips. This is our Wuji posture. Let's pull down the heavens again. This time, let's fill from the ground, from our roots. Imagine these feet melting and growing these wonderful roots down into the earth. We're going to draw up from those and fill up all the way to the fingertips, then kind of scrape down the outside of our body with our imagination. Inhale, we're filling, saturating through our roots, all the way through our trunk. That lifts our arms up. Imagine that coming to the surface so we can scrape and renew the outside. 2 more. Filling, ground up. And really taking time to notice and feel that saturation in as much of your body as possible. Ready. Dive into our 8 brocades. We will stay in our Wuji posture. The first gem of our brocade is all about the 3 burners, or the 3 sections of the torso. So as we lift, we're drawing and pulling fresh chi all the way up through, out the top of our head, and then we expand with this great bubble. Inhale, gathering with the palms, lifting. Rotating to come underneath and pressing up over the head. Exhaling, stretching the fingertips wide. Keep the shoulder blades down. Clearing. Lifting, pressing. Expand. Allow your eyes to kind of gaze and follow the ball. This ball of chi that we're lifting up through the body. Make this look up and forward. Expand. This is 3. Do 8 of each of these gems. Halfway. Start to progress through the numbers. Start to pay attention to how your Wuji posture is holding up. Knees staying soft, your tailbone tucked under. 6. Your ears reaching up towards the ceiling. 1. And then we do 1 pulling down heaven as our transition. Melting through the whole body, front, back, and center all at once. Good, now to get into our wider horse stance for our second gem. I want you to imagine grabbing a ball on one side, holding it with both hands. As you do that, there's a weight then that is in this same side leg so that I can pick up the other leg and set it out one whole foot's width wider than it was. You can transition back onto both feet, let go of that ball, grab a ball on the other side. There, so I can pick that leg up, go out one width of a foot, come on top of both of them, and drop away that chi. And now we're in this wider stance. Or stance. Nice gentle bend in the knees. Inhaling, we allow the arms to come out wide. Exhaling, we cross them in the middle, right at the wrists, in front of the heart. So we have an inside and outside. Inside hand rotates and follows along the inside of the outside arm. We're inhaling, coming across the body, going nice and straight with that arm as we pull the other hand across the chest to knock our arrow on our bow. It's called the archer. Inhaling transitions us. Follow along the inside of the opposite arm. That arm becomes the puller across the chest. Settle in. Now, get ready to loose the arrow. We relax. Transition. Right through our little reticle with our hand. Right through it. Switching. Keeps the arm nice and straight. Good. Last two. Sink down to exhale. Stand up, transition. Last one, sinking. Inhaling to cross the hands in front of the heart again. Exhaling to press the palm down the front of the body, down the side of the body, pushing chi out the feet. Good, we just pivot on our heels, pivot on our toes, come back into Wuji posture, pivot on our heels again so they're nice and straight. Parallel on the outside edge, pull down the hips. Third gem is about touching the ground and touching the sky at the same time and being the conduit or the connection between the two. So we inhale and gather like we did in our first gem. This time we lift up to the level of the stomach. That's where we shift so that one is going to continue reaching that palm up towards the ceiling while the other palm stays down towards the ground. Flip our palms. Now they're facing opposite directions. This helps us as we inhale, transition. This palmar surfaces stay where they are for the whole inhale and exhale. Press to exhale. Flip the palms. Inhale. Fingertips go out wide in a circle as we go up. Pressing, we exhale. Flip the palms to keep us focused. Our brains from going wonky. Switching. Keeping your knees soft. Feeling your belly. Switch. Good, two more. Inhaling and exhaling. Look at the palms, our last one. Flip the palms and gather up all chi right in front of the stomach. Exhaling, we push this chi into the chest and wash it down the thighs, over the kneecaps, out the tops of the feet, to the earth, down the heavens. We're going to go into our wide stance again. So we gather our ball, pulling in, lift our leg easily, pressing it, putting it out the width of one foot. Transition back to both feet. Gather the chi on the opposite side. One width out, back. Drop off the chi. Feel that wider stance, a nice easy bend in the knees. Hands will stay quiet, sides of the thighs here. All of the experience is happening through the leg, through the torso, and into the same side here. We'll stoop a little bit as we come to one side, inhaling. We want to lengthen from the arch through the inside of the leg, up through the waist, up through the torso, all the way to that ear. Exhale. We're going to feel a connection from the ear all the way down to the arch. Inhaling, we transition. Lengthening. Up here, then we exhale. So it seems really quiet, but this makes us go deeper and really feel that full length of channel. If we can't, it gives us more awareness of the resistance that we have to feeling deeper in our body. All that's good information. Transition on the inhale. Lengthen on the exhale. Six, two more. Good. Transition back to center. Just pressing down the thighs. Go ahead and pivot. Pivot to come back in. You could also gather again and lift the foot to come in. It's another more advanced way to keep moving your chi as you're transitioning. But pivoting works just as well. Pull down the heavens. We were supporting the kidney channels coming up from the arches all through the body to the ears. Now we'll bring a little bit more robust energy to the kidneys and focus on them specifically. Inhaling, we gather this ball of chi out in front of the belly, descend it in, keeping our breath to wrap around to our back and arch, lift up. Then we exhale, hinging at the waist, keeping our back straight, our legs straight. Keep down to our feet, our tailbone. We roll one vertebrae at a time as we take the hands up back up the side of the legs to the belly. Full of breath, we wrap and press, arching. Then we exhale, straight back, straight legs. And rolling up, inhaling all the way, maintaining the breath as we wrap and press. Exhale. Third one, keeping the shoulder blades down, as we press the back. Gathering and painting this energy up the inside of the legs, into the belly, painting it into the kidneys and pressing it. Exhale. 4. There's the hamstring stretch, calves. Exhale, keeping the shoulder blades down. Jack. Go straight to curve. 4. Last one. Feeling that whole connection. Coming up to the belly, making a nice little triangle with the navel. Exhaling, relaxing, melting down into the feet. On the heavens. Melt all through your body. Down and out your feet. Into those roots that we grow with our breathing. Good. Oh, skip one in there. We're going to insert it here. Inhaling, we lift and gather up to the level of the navel. Then we come on top and press in order to open up our front channel and close our back channel. So we inhale, pressing, lifting up nice and tall to the top of the head, full of breath. We exhale, bringing a chin to the shoulder, keeping the palms flat to the ground. We rotate the fingertips around, face one another. Stay breathless, come back to neutral. Inhale to gather, press to grow tall. Exhale to rotate the neck, bringing the chin to the shoulder, rotate the arms, they stay nice and straight. Back to neutral, breathless. Inhale. Long exhale. Knees bent. The glutes relaxed. Neutral. Nice and tall through the top of the head. Keeps the chin tucked. Breathless, come forward and inhale. Third time on the side. Neutral. Two more. Neutral, last one. Neutral, pull down that. Bring it down the front, the back, the center of you, all at once. There we go. Now we can go into our 7th gem. The last time having our horse stance. More time, gather that chi ball. Feel that weighted leg, lift up the other. One width of the foot outside, drop off the chi, grab another one. The side, out, drop off the chi. Nice wide stance, easy bend of knees. Inhaling, we create a soft fist out to the sides. Exhaling, we bring that soft fist right into the ribs, ready for a punch. Relaxed in the knees. As we inhale, we stand up slightly to have that one arm come out straight. Inhaling, inhaling, inhaling. As we exhale, we rotate that hand and finish the punch and sink into our knees. Now both hands transition, inhaling. Exhaling, lifting, transitioning. The elbow goes back as the knuckles go forward. In. And out. Elbows and the knuckles going away from each other at the same time. 2 more. Last inhale, transition, exhale. Inhale, bringing that hand into the chest, into the ribs, pressing down the side body. Exhale. Rotate, just pivot, come back in. Down the heavens. Bring it all the way through you. Feel every nook and cranny in your body. See if there's any fold out places, because our 8th gem is the one to use to get the last little bits down and out the roots into the earth. Up on the balls of your feet, lifting your heels up. Rotate the balls of your feet so your toes go out and your heels come in closer together. Put your heels back down on the ground. It creates a nice V to your feet. It also creates more or less one whole structure with your legs, like a pole or a post. This last one is called dropping post. Again, we'll lift up to the level of the navel so that we can turn over and press to grow nice and tall. We'll climb onto the balls of our feet. And as we exhale, we'll drop down onto our heels, allowing for a nice springy action in all of the joints that come up from the feet. So in the knees, in the hips, in the shoulders, in the spine, try and have a nice bouncy experience and not a hard impact. Inhaling to the navel, pressing to grow tall. Exhaling, drop your post. It's on my arms. Just kind of wiggle it side. It makes all my little foot bones, foot joints pop so tight before starting this. That's why they're popping. Good thing. One more. For this last one, we'll bounce 8 distinct times on our heels. Back up on the balls of your feet. Transition so your heels are behind you again and back down. Pull down the heavens. Get all the way down through. Excellent. Excellent 8 brocades. So just one regulating exercise just to wind us up. Call it good for today. This really basic regulating exercise has us moving through the orbit or the circuit of qi and how it flows with us, but also interacting with the outside reserves and resource of qi. Let's imagine gathering a big ball with our hands. Hold the ball on the outside edges of it. We exhale, we lift that ball up in front of our chest. Inhale, we move that ball in close, bring it back down. Exhaling, take it back to its original position. Inhaling. Exhaling to bring it in. Inhaling, transition. You can start to notice that the breath really can kind of come and go. And it's more about this circuit we're making with the ball. Just try to make our breath soft, match it. Potentially inhaling as we come up into the chest, and exhaling as we move down the body and back out of the pelvis. Good. Start to feel your whole body participate. few more circuits. So one final one, wherever you're at, one more. Let's pull down the heavens one final time. 3 breaths, gathering the chi that's around to a cloud overhead. Rain it down through you. Any resistance or trepidation in the day just melts out your feet, leaving you clear, clean, ready to take on challenges and opportunities that the day brings. One more. Melting through any inhibition. Anything that's not serving you just washes down and out your feet. Okay, that was awesome. Thank you much.